This is the Sustainable Options for Kurzpick made by Group 20. In this video, we will present our chosen sustainable materials, which for the roof is knocks out, for the insulation, wood fiber, and for the facade, burnt wood. Looking at knocks out roofing, we have to understand NOx as a toxic gas. Air pollution is one of the great global environmental challenges of our time. Nitrogen oxides, or NOx, are a collective term for toxic gas molecules that are chemical compounds between nitrogen and oxygen, and are an essential component of air pollution. It comes from energy production from oil and gas, land-based industry, road traffic, and shipping, and the gas is very harmful to human health. NOx particles are naturally broken down by the sun's UV rays. However, the titanium dioxide coat on NOx-out roofs helps to speed up the breakdown process. The sun's UV rays converts the NOx particles to nitrate, which is washed away by the rain and absorbed by trees and plants. To get a small perspective on this, a NOx-out roof of 1,000 square meters neutralizes every year NOx particles equivalent to driving 175,000 kilometers in a petrol car. Wood fiber insulation is a new way of transforming timber waste from thinnings and factories into insulation boarding. Wood, of course, is renewable. It sequesters carbon during its growth, and product production is relatively free from pollution. Wood fiber insulation have a more stable temperature curve if we compare it with traditional insulation types like mineral wool. The overheating delay will be significant and will help to keep the house warm at night. Compared to many synthetic insulation materials, wood fiber insulation materials are much less likely to reach temperature levels that cause discomfort, and the heat peak is reduced by 25 to 33%. Burned wood is a sustainable alternative to pressure-treated wood. The method involves burning the top layer of wood to remove the wood's sugars and that which normally holds the water, and by doing that, the harmful microorganisms have nothing to live on. It gives the wood a more protected surface, which can withstand some more extreme weather conditions. The method not only gives the wood a beautiful and unique surface, but the microorganisms also have nothing to live on, and therefore rot does not form. In addition to burned wood being a non-toxic facade, they use FSC and PEFC labeled wood. This means that no more wood is felled than the forest can reproduce. At the same time, it is a guarantee that animals and plant life are protected. Regarding the CO2 footprint, as we know, the construction industry are one of the heavy contributors when it comes to the carbon footprint. In the making of new products and materials, transportation and renovation, we alone stands for around 30% of the carbon footprint in Denmark. We have to be innovative and find some new sustainable options for the future to compete with the climate change and changing surroundings. Here you see our suggestions on our drawings. If we start with the outer wall, we got burned wood to cover the facade, which gives us this burned black look. As for the insulation, we went with the wood fiber, which is made up of timber waste. The insulation works just as well as the traditional mineral wool insulation. And lastly, we got the knocks out roofing, which is the outermost layer on the roof. Concerning buildability, our solution isn't very different from what we do today in the building industry. We have just switched out an insulation material that has a high carbon footprint for a more sustainable material. If you compare the two types of insulation, it isn't so different in weight and density, so the buildability would be the same. The current problem lies in the fire requirements, which is one of the huge problem organic materials are facing.